Namaste, yogis. This is a very short 5-minute introduction, less, a little bit more, 5 minutes introduction into sun salutations. Now, if you know how to do sun salutations, then skip this and just go straight to picking up my, basically like in my morning round of sun salutations. Otherwise, just stay tuned for the next few minutes before I take you through the physical asanas for a bit of a rundown on sun salutations. Sun salutations are probably one of the oldest forms of yoga sequencing that we know. Much of what we see today as sun salutations comes from the Hatha tradition. So you'll notice that a number of different streams or brands of yoga will have slightly different modifications on their sun salutations. So please don't go searching for the the right one. There isn't the right way to do a sun salutation. There are modifications. I should also point out that these modern sun salutations were preceded by an even more ancient form of Vedic salutation, and Surya Namaskar is a salutation to the sun. So Surya meaning sun, Namaskar meaning I see you or I salute you. So that's the background to your sun salutations. I'm going to show you a very bog standard kind of version. You may choose to add some things to it if you wish, as you become more aware of why and what is happening when you are doing sun salutations. Always remember to do yoga at your own pace. Practice ahimsa, that is non-violence to yourself. Be gentle and kind. So let us start with a very simple form of sun salutation. It's a set of 12 asanas. Those asanas are joined together in a specific set of sequencing which is intended to use every single muscle and every single joint. There's probably only two things that a sun salutation doesn't do. The first thing is there are hardly any inversions. In fact, I would say the only inversion you see is Uttanasana in the actual sequencing. I wouldn't consider that an inversion for any significant period of time. And the other one is twists. So when you go to pick up my morning sun salutations, you'll see that I add twists, and at the end of the sun salutations I also have a longer inversion, which is again a very old, ancient practice of always finishing any yoga physical that you do with an inversion followed by Shavasana. So let us go into sun salutations, and I'll take you through them nice and slowly so that way you can get to understand what you're meant to be doing in each of the 12 asanas. So I'm going to suggest that you warm yourself up. I already have warmed myself up, but that doesn't mean that you don't. So just remember these cat-cow. This is really about warming up your spine. Yeah, okay, so we're trying to press into the spine. Remember, inhale with your cow, and then exhale with your cat. Okay, so just keep that where it is. Do that a few times, and then when you're ready, push yourself up into a down dog and just allow yourself to stretch out. So I walk a very old poodle. So that's why I'm bending one knee and straightening the other leg. Nice and slow. Now I may disappear off screen for a little bit because obviously I don't have loads of production behind me, so I've got no idea. But really what I'm going to stay first of all is in the Uttanasana and stretch through. Now I'm going to show you the sun salutations without much modification. And the reason I'm doing that is we do a lot of modifications nowadays in Western yoga to accommodate body shape, but I'm not actually watching people grow or evolve in their yoga practice. So we're going to start with the shapes as the sun salutations as they were taught to me were intended to be. So in your Uttanasana, your hands are on the ground, your fingers are on the ground as much as you can. You're bringing your chest towards your thighs. And let's bring ourselves up, standing upright, into what we call Samasthiti or the tree pose. And we stand with our feet nice and firm, with the weight across big toe, little toe in the back of the heel. Lift in through the waist, up through into the ribs, and then you roll your shoulders back. Let the hands fall wherever they want to fall. They don't have to have palms facing forward. The reason for that being, our bones are not straight, and our bones from person to person curve differently. Hence, the hands will float differently when you let them relax. What's more important is those shoulders are open. We're going to begin the first round. So we start with Hasta Uttanasana. This is the number one of the asanas. You're lifting up through the fingers. So you push up through the fingers and roll the shoulders back. So you're literally pushing the chest forward and you tuck your belly in. And as you come forward, you slowly exhale. Bring the hands down towards the ground. So the final part of the exhale is in your Uttanasana. Allow yourself to breathe here with a big inhale, in and out through the nose. If you possibly can, stay with that yogi breath. It's the most elemental of our yogi breaths. You're going to take your right foot back. You gently float that right knee down. And then you bring your hands just above the knee. This is called Ashvasanchalasana, otherwise known as equestrian pose. And so from here, you want to be able to look down and see your big toe. So if you've got your knee all the way through forward, I think that feels fabulous. It probably does, but it ain't Ashvasanchalasana. Okay? And lift up through the waist so you can feel it stretch actually in this right hip flexor, which is the intention of the physical element of this pose. So for many of us, we turn it into a low lunge, which is this one here with the arms up. And you can do that as well, but this is the original. From here, we bring our hands down, we move ourselves into a plank. Dandasana is known as plank. Pressing into our fingertips. We don't lift the ass up, we try and keep our ass as much as we can in a line with our shoulders. But what we do here is we suck in the perineum. That's the fanny, guys. Knees down onto the ground. Chest between the hands, elbows by the side of the body. Push into your fingertips and you exhale. Ashtanga Namaskar. Chin can be forward. The most important thing in your Ashtanga Namaskar is elbows and back bend. Don't worry about the chin if it doesn't stay here. You want to put your nose onto the ground and kiss your tail. Then you inhale through, roll your shoulders back, keep those elbows tucked in, and you're in Cobra, Bhujangasana. Now from here you have to come to down dog, tip, tuck the toes, push into the fingers. That core from plank, bring it back, push yourself up into down dog, exhaling. Adjust yourself so you can really feel your down dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And then bring your right foot forward and then your left foot forward in front, back into Uttanasana. Remembering the hands come down onto the ground. And so you don't have to do your sun salutations fast. You're really moving every single muscle. You're working every single joint. So you can take them as fast and as slow as you want. And then from here again, straighten those legs. Look forward and you swing the arms forward, not out to the side. We're not swans. This is the sun salutation. We're looking to the sun. Head back. Let it fall back. Push the hips forward. It's a back bend. Ardha, Anavatasana. Hands into prayer, Pranamasana pose, and then back into Samasthiti tree. Let's do it once more on the other side to see how we feel. We're always different one side to the other. Inhale your arms up in front, lift the hands up. Remember, roll those shoulders back, past Uttanasana. Point those fingers, Exhale, hands forward in front, bring them down in front of you. Uttanasana, exhale. Now it's the left foot back, float that left knee down. Inhale up into equestrian pose. Nice straight back. You don't want any of this leaning forward. Nice straight back. Again, you can take the hands up if that works for you. But I quite like this one to start with the warm up. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Still exhaling into plank. Remembering your plank, take an inhale. Moving to Ashtanga. Knees down, elbows in. Chest to the ground between the hands. Chin forward. Roll the body through. And then inhale up into your Cobra, Bhujangasana. Push into the fingers and then also push into the tops of your toes that are pressed down flat on the mat. You may notice that your thighs lift off the mat. That's perfect. Because that way the belly's pressing into the ground and we're using our belly to give ourselves a back bend, not our back. Tuck the toes under, push yourself up into a down dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Again, use whatever you need to feel that stretch. Remembering that those straight arms that you see, we've got a very slippery tail here, only happen when you have hyperflexion. And then from here, you're going to take the left foot forward, right foot forward, coming into a forward fold, hands on the ground. Inhale the arms up. Give yourself that back bend, stretching the arms. And then exhaling through. Taking yourself into your tree. And there you have it. That is one round of a sun salutation.